son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face?
Yeah, Greg Street, cover up DJ, Jarrell. We on a 1-1 victory on each other. So it's more like, you know, winner takes all. You heard that? Page 2.
Foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go, go, go.
Now Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
Here we go. 218, chop.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Brady gives to Michel. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's checking correctly. Alabama.
On first down, Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing his Wentz. Steps away to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to...
It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Football going back over to the New England Patriots, who, as we discussed earlier, haven't had the smoothest of roads this year. But, you know, we talked about it. They're back in the playoffs for the 11th straight season. And I mentioned that Tom Brady and people doubting him late, and here we go again. But I will say, if you disagree, this year feels a little different, doesn't it? I don't know that they have that same power.
I want to disagree in a big way because we've seen this so many different times. Remember, 10th straight season with 11 or more wins, and there's always doubters. I think you're actually onto something. This slump on offense that we saw, really starting with the Baltimore game. Remember, they were 8-0 up until Baltimore. Then they hit a stretch, counting the Baltimore game, where they went 3-3 and really struggled to score. I think you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They do go for it. It's Brady. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Hey, 20! Hey, Delta!
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady on the crossing route. That's caught. Julian Edelman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check three. Go, bandit. Whip. Watch the whip. Go. Cover.
On first down, Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Brady on target to Edelman. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Football going back to the Eagles, and Charles, this Eagles team and the Cowboys, what an interesting NFC East race this turned out to be this season. A lot of people thought it would be these two teams neck and neck. Well, they were right, but they thought the records would be a touch better. But if you keep it germane to the Eagles, what has gone right, what has gone wrong this year for them?
Well, what's gone right is that they have a good culture that they battle, because this season could have gone totally south for Philadelphia because they had a number of injuries. They went through some losing stretches, and the whole thing could have gotten away from them, but they hung in there and battled all the way to the end. What went wrong? Receivers. By the end of the season, they were playing with guys that were bringing up from the practice squads, signing off of other teams' practice squads. None of the starters that were expected to be their frontline guys were available down the stretch for Philadelphia and their quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz being chased out left. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Michel. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Brady, he's got Sanu. And he's into the clear. 30. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Michel. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Alabama, 380. Number 53, Mike 53.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 16, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here's Wentz to throw. Aguilar has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in Week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Check, 47.
Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On play action, it's Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina at 7-8-1, they actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting in the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Wentz now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, Sugar.
On third and long, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now Howard. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here we go, third and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They run with Howard, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Running with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Michelle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mohamed Sanu, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get over. Get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 21-17. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's 4th down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best player with the play he likes to run best.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of play.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Patriots will use the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all can kind of see the situations of the microphone with DJ Jarrell. You're so crazy. Greg Street throw down.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack. Is
you too.
3rd and long.
Yeah.
He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on fourth down? Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.
Let's go, defense.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the
blowout. Craig Street, DJ the Real.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the